What's poppin', ladies and gentlemen? We here, we there, we all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to drop it like it's kind of hot. It is kind of hot out here. It's Florida, but I'm wearing it.
Should come down here. It's the best state in the
Wearing Adidas
country
all day. So check this out. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Go to lifestyleapparel.com. Real Talk with Mo. And also Mo's on Spotify right now.
Spotify.
So you gotta go listen to
Mo. Check that out, bro.
We got advertising, bro. We got advertising money.
We're getting a lot. I'm getting the different topics.
Yeah, we're just dabbling. We dabble, bro.
Dabble.
We're trying to dabble in some shit.
So come in, dabble with us.
You thought this was it? Nah, bro. We gonna
get
so
the real though.
shit.
This is the only place you gonna get the real. We ain't got no biases. We don't have no agendas.
Nah, bro.
Ain't nobody paying us to say shit.
Nah, bro. And they can't. You can't silence me, YouTube. You can't silence me. Guys out there who are trying, not really the joke. They don't care.
We don't even know who's out
But
there.
anyways,
Not yet.
we get like 11 views sometimes.
Not yet.
Anybody really
Not yet.
Yeah,
They
but
don't
eventually they're gonna be like,
then they'll be like,
who are these guys?
shut them down.
Yeah, shut them down. Get rid of them. So we want to talk about something very, very interesting today.
Something that's going on in the media.
And then
it's
it kind of
current event.
it kind of leaks into other
I really
things.
don't give two shits about it, but it is.
But it keeps coming up, and it's been coming up for a few years.
You can always take something though and pull out
something from it,
juiciness,
something out of it, right?
Some topics that make sense.
You could always take it's like a lemon.
It's like a baby.
You don't eat the lemon. You squeeze the
idea,
lemon.
It's an idea, baby.
Idea, baby. And then
Yeah, there we go.
shoot it out. And then you're like, ooh, it's okay.
You're so cute.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. Now, something also happened, which was the Will Smith shit, but we intentionally didn't really hit on that.
Shit was a little different.
But we don't mind talking about it now, because now it's not as popular.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, but so back to Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I believe the reason why the case is so big is because you're seeing the role reversal of a man being abused in the situation. And it's been going on for a long time, too. It's been going on for a few years now. But they're just back in there. I guess Johnny Depp is suing her, right, for defamation of character. So, and now you get to see a lot more of the details that are coming out and shit like that, which they also used in the case, but it wasn't as big as it is now. And it's almost impossible to escape it, but you could see that role reversal, of the man being abused, the man being manipulated. He's the victim in the situation and not her at all, right? She's just the manipulator. She's the evildoer, which, like we were just talking about a couple seconds ago, it's not really completely true when you start getting into the case.
Well, everything we talk about, like when we talk about any topic, we say there's three sides. There's their side, the other side, the truth. The truth is in the middle somewhere.
Right.
So that's why I never take nothing full blast, especially if it seems so one-sided. They're like, damn, could it just be that this is just this bad of a person? I'm like, nah, bro. There's different blame that could be passed around.
One thing you can blame though is she's hot, and
she is hot. But Johnny Depp can get any girl he wants.
Yeah, it's Johnny.
He could just buy her.
Yeah,
right, like. He could go to any country.
Your Pirates of the Caribbean, bro.
Bro, he can go to any country, buy the girl, bring them back with him, and then arrange marriage.
Yeah. And she's with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
You think she's not gonna be like,
she don't gotta buy him. She just gotta.
He's gotta show up
in his Pirates of the Caribbean.
He can pull any girl. He can pull my wife if he wants.
Yeah.
He just pulls up and like, come with me. My wife's like, okay.
You know he's a weird guy.
He's a weird guy. Still,
there's a lot of weird people out there.
I've always thought he was cool.
So I don't know if that's one of the reasons why. I think it could be a lot of other stuff going on. Maybe they've been through some like hard times together, or because I know he was on drugs, and then
they were both on drugs.
Both doing drugs.
Drink a lot.
They tried to stop or whatever.
He abuses cabinetry. He like slams cabinets. They have video of. This is another thing too with the case. They have a lot of video. At least she has a little bit. He has a lot of audio of recordings of them talking. And
see, that's already weird shit.
Because you're trying to
it's
plot.
like they're already. See, that's what I'm saying. Like all this. Like when you're seeing it one side, you're like, yeah, but how do y'all both have video? How do y'all both have audio recordings? Are you trying to like get evidence to go to court that you could, like you knew this was coming?
They knew.
Like you knew we were about to be crazy in court, right? We were about to go to court, and I'm gonna record her while she's talking. Go ahead, say what you say. What you say? And then I'm gonna do a video where she sets a video up and she's like,
say it one more time.
She's like, set the video up. She's like, oh, no, do it again. Slam the door.
Remember you said that thing. Say it again.
Once it gets toxic, and I hate to use the word toxic, but once it gets crazy like that, you guys deserve each other, bro. Both of you guys, she should go to that island that he bought and just run around the island naked.
Just naked and run around, be weirdos together. First off, to be with Johnny Depp, you got to be a little bit weird yourself, right? And then on top of it, like the manipulation, I'm pretty sure it's twofold in two ways, right? And some of the text messages, like he was just saying to me a couple minutes ago. What was he saying?
Like he wants to burn her corpse and then
fuck her body and make sure she's dead.
It's like
that's not a
for
normal
you to get
thing.
there. You gotta be on some drugs.
But, or he was being so mentally abused that's how far Johnny would go at this point, because he was being so abused.
She's fucking nuts. He drove her nuts. That's what he did.
She drove him nuts to the point where he's like, "I'll kill you."
Bro, I was saying this before. The same thing with Heath Ledger, right? When Heath Ledger did Batman, right?
Yeah.
These actors, the good ones,
they get real.
They get so much into it that he became Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, he was.
I see him walking around. He looks like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah,
he looks like he's on drugs.
Jack Sparrow.
He looks like an old pirate. He wears old pirate shit. He's got chains hanging from him. He looked like Jack Sparrow when I see him
I think
out.
he's pretty cool.
Right?
He also wears like a scarf all the time.
Yeah, he looks like he's Jack Sparrow with his British accent and shit.
It's
like
outside.
And it's like, bro, you turned into the guy.
You turn into the
and
character.
that kid shit can make you crazy too. I think like
actors are crazy.
They are crazy because you gotta
that's
get
something
into
we cannot
a role.
forget about.
Yeah,
in somebody who's who's always living in an alternate reality, an alternate personality, and you
people are calling you by a
person.
name that you're not.
Yeah.
Right?
And
they're like through the whole movie, they're probably like
it's like
shooting the film. Jack, come on, Jack, Spirit, Jack. And
it's like Andy Kaufman. Have you ever heard the story of Andy Kaufman?
No.
And so Andy Kaufman was like a comedic actor. He was
I heard of him, but I
a taxi driver or something like that. And then he went from, I think, or a cab driver. I forget what it was called. It was a show back in the day, in the like 80s or in the 70s. And then he went from that to wrestling in the WWF back in the day, right? And Andy Kaufman would switch his character, but he was so good at being the evil douchebag guy that he couldn't find. And Jim Carrey did a perfect representation of it, because he also fell for it. That he became the character for real in real life. He couldn't change. He didn't remember who old Andy Kaufman was anymore. He became this evil character that couldn't stop being a dick. And then, eventually, a lot of shit happens in the storyline. But if you have an opportunity to look up Andy Kaufman, it's nuts. But
listen, I would say, the way you saying that, I would say that we had the other video about social media.
Yeah.
I think people become their social media personality.
That's what's happening. It's delusion.
Right?
It's delusion, dude.
They become their social media presence.
You become your profile.
Or these rappers that have names, they become the name. That's
you
not
become
you.
your Tinder profile.
But that's not you. Like, your name is Jack the
Mehoff.
Ripper, right? You're not Jack the Ripper. Your name is James Watkins.
Yeah.
Right? You're not Jack the Ripper. Even though you run around and people call you Jack the Ripper, your name is James Watkins.
I will say this.
Your mom is Miss Watkins, and your dad is Gerald Watkins. That's who you are.
I will say this. Now, I was looking at something the other day about this. There are people, even Beyonce, when she becomes Sasha Fierce, that need to tap into a different personality. And they always say, "Oh, I went on stage and then I turned, and then I was like, it takes over." They always say it takes over, and then I become Sasha Fierce.
If a normal person was walking around and they told you when they came to work that I changed into James Bond when I get into work, and they're like,
you got a borderline personality disorder.
They're gonna be like, bro. They're gonna be like, Lou is crazy, but Lou said when he walks in,
he said he was
puts
The Rock.
on the James.
And I was like, The Rock is here too.
And
you're like, what?
I turned into a different person. So you could get away with that in certain things,
right.
And she could say that, right? As long as it's not seen outside. Like, she's not walking into Publix and being
and
like,
she's Sasha
I'm
Fierce,
Sasha Fierce.
and she's like,
and she walks in there.
I want some groceries, some bread,
as long as
and
she's
some
not
snacks.
doing that, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I just think you gotta kind of
balance it out a little bit. You can't be too strange and odd, and then think everybody. That's another issue too.
People,
a lot of people they expect other people to accept them as that other person too. On top of it,
yeah.
Like everybody around you have to be. If you ever see, there's a Jim Carrey, that Andy Kaufman, the Jim Carrey documentary. There's a documentary about the movie, and Jim Carrey switches he doesn't know how to get out of it either, and people have to talk to him, like you were just saying with Heath Ledger. You have to talk to him as he's the character while he's on set. You can only talk to him normally when he's on break, when he's on like a lunch break. But so that's just the mentality of people who go into this. So back to Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Back to the down. How we got out?
We're trying to explain the personalities of both of these people.
Yeah, I don't even know what Amber Heard played in.
Right. She played last role she was in. She was in a few of them, but the last role she was in was Aquaman. She was the chick with the pretty chick with the scepter.
Looks way different.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but she looks way different.
Yeah, well, in court.
Yeah, she looks so.
Well, in court,
Johnny Depp looks the same. He looks like Jack Sparrow.
Well, he does, but he looks a little old. He looks like
He looked like Jack Sparrow. They made him look old in Jack Sparrow.
He looks like what Johnny Depp would look like
But
if
she
you put
look
him in a
way
pool
different.
for way too long, and you know how you
Yeah.
get like crinkly.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like. He looks.
And that's
You
what
want to know?
drugs-
He did all the
drugs
cocaine.
a hell of a drug.
Yeah, cocaine's a hell of a drug. He did all the cocaine to his
Yeah,
face.
she looks way different. Okay, now that I know she is.
Right.
Yeah,
So she's
was
beautiful.
Enchantress.
She's gorgeous.
Right?
She's amazing.
Enchantress?
But the
Is
thing
that her
is
name?
like, yeah, Enchantress. That's yeah. She's like the queen.
Aquaman.
She's like the
Okay,
queen.
I get it. I know she is.
But it's
They had to be recently. Have they been dating before that? How long have they been dating?
they were dating for a long time before that. But I think it was like maybe a 6-year, 7-year relationship altogether.
Okay.
So it's been a while. It's been a minute. But I think the crazy part is the fact that people don't really, when they look at men, in a woman situation, even in like the office, right? We do sexual harassment. You don't think a man can be sexually harassed in the office like a
'Cause we
woman
like to
can
be
be sexually
sexually
harassed, right? Because men are like,
We like
but
it.
if you were in a place with 1,000 women and you're the only man, right? I would look at it like an
love
opportunity.
You was in like paradise.
Right, especially now if I'm married, I probably would be
Not
like,
man, I'm saying
upset.
a normal guy.
Yeah, but a normal
Get all
guy.
these girls out of my.
But you might get annoyed of some shit. You might they're all like
They're like
their
smacking
periods
my
are all
ass
around
when
the
I
same
walk by.
time. They're all mean and
smack
rude.
my ass.
Yeah, they look down on you like, oh, the guy has something to say, right? Like it might be annoying.
It could turn.
It could turn into a bad thing. But in this case, it's crazy how the media is, of course, going to pick something like this up. They're both celebrities. But at the end of the day, when you see a man that can be manipulated, that he is having a hard time, and he won the first case, but now he came back for another. He could have just shut his mouth after the first case.
I was saying this before. This is what I did.
Because it just takes one fucked up thing you did.
This is what I didn't like. You won the case. He could have went off into for a year, 6 months, stay hidden, went into say he went to rehab, could have did all this other shit, right?
Came back out. Everybody loves him.
Pirates of the
He's Johnny
Caribbean
Depp.
10.
He's Johnny
Right?
Depp. Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean 11 and 12.
Got 15 other girls if he wanted to.
So he could have did that, and that's the same thing I was telling Lou about the guy Deshaun Watson, which was another story about a football player. He got like 22 sexual assault accusations, all this, and he was quiet the whole
That's a
time.
lot.
He never did any interviews, wasn't talking to the media, wasn't making notes, wasn't doing all this other shit. It blew over. The judge they dismissed all 22 cases. He came back out, got a Browns contract for $230 million. He's back in the NFL. He's doing his thing. Nothing happened.
Yep.
It's when Kobe Bryant did the same thing when his shit was going on. He didn't go into the media and start talking bad about the person, this and that.
He was out.
It wasn't R. Kelly where he's on the videos crying and being crazy. Now they see you really crazy. Like
If you
they didn't know you were crazy.
say less.
You were crazy
R.
now.
Kelly.
So it's like, just shut up, man. Let your lawyer do the work, man. You ain't gotta be talking all the time. They think that's gonna help them. I don't know who pushes them to help, but it never helps. Because the more you talk, you're just gonna say something wrong.
Do I know why
You say
Michael
something
Jackson wasn't
sexy.
thrown in prison? Because he didn't talk to
They
nobody.
talk.
He stayed in his damn little weird
He
place.
let his lawyers handle the business.
And
They dismissed them all or paid out whatever the issue was, and that's it.
He
Go
stayed
back
out
to
of it.
doing your thing.
Yeah, he's like,
The only
those are
thing
all
with Johnny Depp,
accusations.
he's going back after her, and that's why I think they both deserve it. The crazy thing is, I ain't gonna say nobody, but a sane person is not gonna want to date either one of them.
No, for sure.
Right?
So, yeah.
A
An
sane
insane person
person
has to date an insane.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying that Johnny Depp's gonna leave and not have another girlfriend, or Amber Heard is not gonna have somebody else that's gonna want to date her. But
Yeah.
I'm saying it's got to be somebody who's not sane and not thinking about
What
how
the real
crazy
deal
they
is.
just heard all this shit.
You know what?
was
Some
going
people are just addicted. So I remember whenever I was younger too, I would always say, and there was also a meme going on too, where he's like, they show like a really pretty wife that's gorgeous, but they're dressed beautiful, and then the black dude goes like, "I want problems always," right? Some people are accessing and want problems, but until the problems come, then you wind up in a fucking court case like this, right? Like
Well, they think they
you
can
want,
handle
you
it.
think you can, yeah. You think I'm like,
Yeah.
I want, like I remember I was even when I was young, I was like, bro, I don't give a shit. I want the problems. Give me the stress. It's funner. It's more exciting.
See,
No,
I was-
it's not, dude. It's
See,
just
I was never-
annoying.
I wasn't like that.
and
My
it's
friends
frustrating.
growing up, like, they always wanted the chick that had the most attention, that was getting the most thing. I always knew from
Their problem.
just experiences that they were always the most problem, because that means they dated somebody else. That
Somebody
means they
you
was
know.
always out there. They was always putting themselves in situations where it could get you involved in it and this and that, because they were always on the scene. You know, you got other people from the other hoods hollering at them, and now they want to get at
Their problem.
So it became a problem. I never was dating girls like that. I used to go get the girl that was just doing her thing on the low, doing her thing, whatever, because I was never into that. I didn't want all them issues, man. Like, even now today, I don't want no problems. I want
No
peace.
problem.
I want them to be nice and easy,
Yeah, make it easy.
right? So, like, you know, like you said, some people do go after that shit,
Yeah,
and
they
you
like
get what
that shit.
you play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
That's it. And the dumb part about it is after he escaped the first, like you're already almost getting ready to be canceled and you're done for, and you win the case.
Especially with everything that's going on.
You leave it alone.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You got money.
Even your judge, your lawyer should be like, listen, with everything going on, the Me Too movement,
you might not
how
win.
bad it was going, it ain't even that you ain't gonna win. It's just once it's out in the media,
that was too much.
You're getting roasted.
Yeah, bro. Listen,
right?
I love Johnny Depp. I thought that he was. He's a great actor. He stayed relevant from his first movie, Cry Baby, to now, right? And he always reinvents himself and does something cool. That's how you stay relevant. It's the same issue. It's the Kanye West issue. Stop trying to stay relevant by creating, he's by being the guy who's in court.
He's another
Stop
one.
being crazy.
He is another perfect example, right? I don't care how, and you could tell me whatever you want to. The Kardashians are crazy.
Be relevant because of your talent.
The mom is crazy. I think all the daughters are crazy. I would say the only one that's she's turning crazy too is Courtney.
Yeah,
but she's turning crazy too. She's just wild too.
Took a while to get to her.
What I'm saying is, then you go and date her. Like you think what's gonna happen? I don't know what she thought was gonna happen. I don't think you're gonna ride off in the sunset with you and Kim Kardashian. Like she's crazy. You're crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like he asked for it, and that's what he gets. He wants that, you get that.
Place.
And now you got somebody with your kids that you complaining about.
Stupid prizes, baby.
Every time. It's like you see it all the time, and it's like,
what's the point? Your life could be a lot easier, but I'm pretty sure, even in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation, even in the Will Smith Jada situation, whatever it is, if you look at the situation, there is plenty of red flags before it ever gets to that point. And if you don't leave in the beginning or the early stages of those and get out before you get yourself too stuck in, for one, I don't think anybody should ever be too stuck in. If anybody's going to treat me with disrespect and not be on my side, not be on my team, we're done. I can move on. I have a whole life ahead of me.
That's why I have no sympathy. Or you got to be okay with where you're going, where it's going. If it's going down a bad, you need to be okay with it.
Yeah, go to do some. I don't even think therapy can help. She poo-pooed in his bed, bro.
Yeah, she's weird.
You know what I'm saying? That's past therapy.
There's a lot of shit that's going on. Just like with the Will Smith and Jada, when he's like, he threw a birthday party.
I get this piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. And shit's
I thought it was dog poop. It was dog poop?
I don't know. I heard it was human feces.
No, I thought it was dog poop.
I don't know, dude, but I know it was shit. And somebody got that mad.
See what?
Was he shitting somebody's pillow?
No. This is what I'm saying.
Come on, bro.
This is why I say Johnny Depp. He gets what he deserves, right?
Oh shit!
The girl did that to you. You guys are still dating,
bro. Listen, I'll be honest with you.
There ain't nothing about that.
I get that, but if my wife
took a shit on my house, we're done.
I'll be honest with you.
We're done.
I'll be done with it, but we're gonna have to hook up a couple more times before we're done. Because that took so. I mean, I can make some comedy out of it. That's pretty funny. That's kind of funny.
See, you are Johnny Depp. That's why you.
I am Johnny.
That's why you fight for Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
You are.
I feel for the guy, dude. This shit sucks.
That's why we're not married. We just dating, and it's like you done pooped on my bed. That's crazy.
But I'd be like, listen, that was pretty funny.
Nah, that was fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
See, that's probably what he thought. He hit the coke, and he's like, that was funny.
That was good. You shit in my bed. Because who knows? Johnny Depp might have shit in her sink one time. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? We don't know what happened for real.
They deserve each other. I hope it all works out.
I would have shit in her pockets.
I don't want nobody to
right in her
to
little
jail.
pockets and shit.
I don't want nobody to die or nothing. I hope they get back together.
Me too. I hope everything works out. But you never know in these types of situations. And I think the best bet for like Jada and Will is just separate. Give yourself some space. Yeah. You're Will Smith. You're Jada Pinkett.
I think she's angry. Will's too much of a sympathetic guy.
Yeah, he just loves her. Like, this is the
he's
thing
a narcissist too, probably. I don't know.
Maybe, but I'm just saying, like, it's easy to paint a male out to be a villain. It's easy to paint a male out to say, oh, he must be fucked up too. Or maybe you're just with a fucked up girl.
Males can usually control the situation, though.
Yeah, but not if you're.
That's why I don't really have sympathy.
Yeah, but there is soft men out there who just want to who love a woman and want to be loved in return just as much, and they'll do everything they can to be loved. The thing is, I didn't think those males still existed, and they do. In this case, I think that's what the situation is with both scenarios.
You gotta know your worth. You gotta know. But that's again the same thing I would tell.
You gotta be hard, bro. You can't be soft.
Woman, don't put up with it.
I'll tell you one thing about women that I do know before we wrap this up. The second that a woman sees you cry, it's almost over. The second that a woman sees you not being able to figure out a situation and rather cry baby about it instead of solve the problem, it's almost done. Like you can't show that complete. I don't mind being vulnerable. I like being vulnerable. I do it on the podcast. Of course, I do it to my wife, but she likes the man side of me that just puts my emotions aside and handles problems.
Yeah, it's okay to show some. Like when my son was born, I think I shed a tear.
Yeah,
and all
for
that.
sure. But if we're
But
in the middle of
like,
an
but just-
argument,
but
and
like-
I'm like, fucking, you
like-
should have got the right tomatoes,
No,
you
but
son of a bitch.
This is the right. But I'm saying, but
You
again, the crying part has to be for something that's worth crying for.
Yeah.
Right? You just crying because just random shit. Men, and that's why they say about this whole like, oh my god, like that shit is not gonna work. Cause now it's too late. Like I said, it's two women. Y'all both feminine. Y'all
Dude,
both
somebody's
kind.
got to take the
Somebody
male
gotta
role.
be the man.
And I'm not saying that I don't know these any one of them in real life, right? Whether it's Will
That's
or
why I
whether it's
don't
Johnny.
really can't go
I'm
too
just
far.
saying, like, it's okay to be that person.
I'm
It's okay to
looking
be
from
that
the
emotional
outside
person. It's okay to be transparent. It's okay to be open. It's okay to be vulnerable. But you only give that to the person who deserves it and will give that right back to you.
Yeah.
If you're in a situation where that's not being reciprocated, you need to get out, or you wind up in these two people situations.
And all of them
Going fucking crazy because maybe they're both really good guys and they just got stuck in a situation where they couldn't get themselves out of. You could always get yourself out of it. You just need to call it.
But you play stupid games, win stupid prize. That's why you see a lot of these women. They're dating these rappers. They having babies from them, and then they're upset that he cheated on me.
Pussy isn't. Hey, look. Let me be honest with you. Pussy ain't worth it. There's plenty of pussy out there.
For men, women, there's a lot of dick too. There's a
Yeah.
lot of,
See you later, then. That's what I'm saying.
Just
Just
men.
move on.
You know that's not
Like
what
when you
they
see
want.
somebody who does like a murder suicide and kills his whole fucking family.
That's
Hey man,
crazy.
why'd you do that? You could have just left and then moved on.
See, that's pussy shit.
Or you beat your wife half to death. Bro, leave
Crazy.
instead of hitting her and move on with your life.
You're
You know how many women in the world there are?
more than men.
There's millions of billions of women out there.
More
You
than
can go I can leave here and go to Georgia and find a chick. I can go from here to
Just
Melbourne
go to the
and find a
gas
chick.
station and
I can go to I can go down the block and find a chick.
find a
They're
chick,
all
pump
around
gas.
here, bro. Like just especially if you're famous.
Yeah.
Come on, what are you talking about, bro?
I don't get it. Especially
Nope.
famous. That's you.
That's
Now, I
even-
know it's harder to find somebody to trust, but then shit. Fuck that.
Gives a shit. Dude. Be a bachelor.
Stop being a pussy again. That's our motto for the day.
Don't be a vagina. Wake up. Wake the fuck up, bro. Don't wind up like these people, bro.